Yeah, when I made mine, I was kind of bracing myself for that to happen, but it really didn't. Like, I obviously got some comments that were like, feminist trash, whatever, and I was just like, whatever, you're stupid. And, well, actually, the first comment I got was like, you're actually kind of pretty, but if you said that stuff to me when we were on a date, I would dump you so fast.
Hashtag YouTube misogyny.
Right. Nice.
But I was so surprised.
I gotta point out, I'm gonna interrupt everybody and say that it is now the 4 o'clock hour. I've been doing this for 4 hours.
Oh my god. It doesn't feel like it though.
It's fun. I'm enjoying it thoroughly. But because it's 4 o'clock hour, this is where I'm probably gonna break my video in half and do another chunk for my podcast broadcast. So I'm going to see if I can.
Okay.
Queue up
We're gonna drop out because I actually have to go to a performance right now. So.
Okay.
You cool punk girls.
I'm in the Wizard of Oz play. I'm playing in the music, so.
So cool.
I just realized I have to be there in like 15 minutes, so.
Uh-oh. Better get going. Thank you so much for joining us.
And thank you so much. It was a lot of fun.
Both of you or just Taylor?
But we'll let someone else come in. I think Taylor might have to take me. Yeah.
No.
Thank you.
Bye.
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 I am going to queue up my theme music if I can do this.
I got something from DFTBA today. I don't know what it is.
Those are the best kind of packages to get.
Might be the Project for Awesome book, the green one.
Oh yeah, my sister got that a few days ago.
I like that everybody's dancing in their thumbnails.
Except Emily, she just wasn't having it.
I was trying to figure out where the music was coming from, then I remembered that you said that.
Yes, so this is the 4 o'clock hour on the in the Eastern Time Zone for my PaulTalks 2-year YouTubiversary live show. I've got 8 friends connected with me right now. Thank you all for being here. This is just lovely. This is fantastic. I've got Ellen, Nickel Nelly Rose. We've got Emily Hatfield, Rowan Ellis, Lindsay, Matt Palka, Meg Motherwort, Melly the Nerd, Ruby Churchill, and Sarah is back with us.
Like 15 minutes. So.
And I'm here.
Thank you so much for joining us.
Thank you so much. It was
Both of you or just Taylor?
Sorry.
Oh, I was like, who's doing that? I don't know.
Sorry. Hi. I was like watching the video and waiting for someone to log off so that I could jump in.
Hurry, hurry!
I'm back and now I'm wearing a sweater. So hello, a bunch of new people. Thankfully, I know like some of you who are here, kinda. Like I know Emily. Like I've seen you because you and Mel are always close. So.
Yeah, I've seen you too.
Yeah.
But I interrupted you, Emily, with my theme music. So please continue.
Yeah.
What was I talking about? I don't even remember.
What were we talking? I don't even remember either.
Comments and feminism, maybe?
Feminism video.
I don't think that I was still talking.
I don't think you were.
Oh, well, all right. Then I got there's a message, there's a question in the chats about the UK participants and how they feel about Lacey Green going to Summer in the City.
Ooh.
I'm excited because I've watched her for a while now, good long while. And yeah, no, she's adorable and nice and smart, and I hope to meet her there because I'm going to be there as well.
Who else is going to be going to the Summer in the City?
I'm going to go to Summer in the City, and I'm very excited to see Lacey Green there. That'll be good, yeah.
Hooray.
So those of you that live in England, are you also going to go to VidCon, or are you just too far away?
Yeah,
I'm money, please. If people gave me loads of money and I could pay for the flights, I'll be there, but I can't right now.
Well, Ellen, you got a new computer this time with your Patreon, so next time around you can use the Patreon money to go to VidCon.
Exactly. Yeah.
But I think Rowan, you're going to VidCon, right? We'll see you there.
Yeah, I'm gonna be at VidCon coming over. I'm doing like a trip across the states for like 2 months, and VidCon's near the start of it, so that's happening.
Yeah, like that's good. That's cool. Yeah, and are you gonna be in LA like prior to VidCon for like any amount of time?
Yeah, I'm going a little bit before and a little bit after because I'm going with some nerd fighters actually that I know from the London Nerd Fighters group. We're renting a condo because it's so much cheaper than a hotel for like a week, kind of a bit either side.
Oh, fun.
Oh, that's rad.
Sounds awesome.
I don't know if my microphone is good enough for you to pick up that my dog is snoring.
Oh. Did you guys see did you see my Greyhound earlier? My Greyhound D came in the room. I don't know if you saw him.
Oh, I missed it.
I didn't hear.
I had no audio. I was howling with him.
I've got a pug.
Aww.
My subscribers.
Cat's, like, away from me sleeping.
Aww.
I have a
I don't
dog
have a
that's
real pet.
like avoiding me.
Really? I hate you.
No.
My cat was here like a little while ago. I had my cat over here, my cat Fila, like at the very start of this, but she's left me. She's somewhere.
Oh, cats.
I love cats. Everyone's a dog person.
I have 3 cats.
I'm a very
love
dog
cats.
person.
3 cats, 2 Greyhounds in this house. It's crazy.
Yeah.
I hope this doesn't.
Lights.
I hope this doesn't tear us apart. The dog
No.
people versus cat people here.
No, I can't be friends with any cat people.
I think
Like,
I agree with you. The mascot of the internet, right? Because it started with cat videos.
but now my Twitter feed is all like dogs, 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 dogs. I love my dogs.
That's entirely
all.
my fault, Sarah.
Yeah,
The Connor
it's
Manning,
your fault,
Connor Manning
it's Paul's
talking
fault,
about,
and it's Connor Manning's fault.
talking
Not-
about corgis.
not his fault.
Is it corgis?
Yeah,
Yeah.
he posts a lot of corgis.
Connor Manning and Emily Twirly Enough, or On My Way to
Yeah.
Hogwarts. They both and actually also Alexandria Johnson. They all obsess about corgis.
It is. It's like
Corgis
all,
are adorable.
Yeah.
all over Twitter all the time. Corgis.
I made the mistake of following a bunch of like cute Twitters that just post dog pictures, and now I
Yeah,
just get
I do
overwhelmed
that.
all the time.
All the time.
Does anyone follow My Sad Cat?
No.
No?
Okay, there's this guy. He's a writer, a journalist, and he's got loads of cats. He lives out in Devon, I think it is. A guy called Tom Cox, and he's got this cat. It's a very elderly cat, and its relaxed face is just a really sad face. So he takes pictures
looking
of
it up
it
right
and
now.
like sets things up. And there's one. It's like he had the cat, and then he's got a little ukulele next to him and a little rucksack, and he's sat by like a path. And my cat is sad because he's trying to hitchhike to Glastonbury and no one will take him. It's just little things like that, and it's so well done.
Oh, wait.
Yeah, I've seen this
Yes,
before.
I've seen this.
It's
yeah,
the
I
best.
saw this on Tumblr.
Oh my gosh.
Oh my god, it's great.
Like,
And he's
I love it.
with the internet stuff as well, because when there was a lot of not very nice stuff coming out about certain YouTubers, he put one up. It's like, my cat is sad because my other cat thinks that it's okay to just hug other cats and touch other cats without their permission, and it was just the same time that all the Mr. Sam Pepper stuff was coming out in the news, and I was just like, I just tweeted, I love my sad cat, and he tweeted back saying thank you, because I was like,
Yeah.
oh my gosh, this makes
I saw
me so happy that you're making this a big thing. It's good, like, to get people aware of what was
I
going
saw
on.
one of the My Sad Cats, and it was like my saddest cat. My saddest cat. It's not. My cat is sad because of the patriarchy or something. It was great.
Yeah.
It's
so good.
I shouldn't be allowed to talk. Who let
My
me do
status
this?
cat.
I'm gonna have to leave you guys to go and grab some food, but I will hopefully be back soon enough.
Okay.
give somebody else a slot.
Yeah.
Yes, I think Cat Black's been trying to
Cat
connect for a
Black's
little
probably
while.
coming in now.
cool.
I will love you guys and leave you, and then come back and start watching you again.
Hooray. Bye, Rowan.
Bye.
Bye.
Hi.
Cool.
I always feel weird, like, admiring, quote-unquote, other YouTubers because, like, I mean, we're all just people and stuff, but I've been watching Cat Black's videos for a long time, so, like, I'm kind of excited about that.
She just saw everything you said, and she's gonna.
I know.
You just set yourself out there.
I'm sorry. Now she's gonna be scared to come on the chat.
I think most of us need to just be glad that Connor Manning's not watching.
Oh my god, if Connor was watching, I would just like cry.
Well,
I mean, I told him about
He
it.
called you guys. Wait, what did he call you guys again? It was like sugar babies or something.
Ethereal and kind space babes.
Ethereal and kind space babies.
yeah, because there was a couple of days ago, there was a bunch of baby tweets. I was involved with him. We were just talking about how adorable babies are and how they're so present, and his latest tweet is, "I want to tell everybody how amazing they are."
I know, I just thought. Like, he's just like, one of the most, like, gracious people there is.
He did a lot of there's an echo somewhere.
Oh my god, this is crazy now. Oh.
Hear myself.
Sorry.
I think Kat had a video on.
Sorry, I came in and I was like, wait, everybody's talking. It's too much. You guys hear me okay?
Yeah.
He was on a podcast.
Is it like glitching out for everyone else?
Oh my god.
Yeah.
It happens all the time.
I think someone needs to put in headphones.
Okay, that's me. Okay.
Probably me.
But what was I gonna say? I listened to a podcast Connor did. Lucky Howell just started a podcast, and he's got a whole team on You Now. I don't know if you know about that, but Connor was on it, and he talked about how he did like public speaking. He did a lot of. He's talked about in his videos though. He's done actual public speaking events, and I don't know if it was Toastmasters or something, but it was really cool.
That makes a lot of sense.
Did someone just change their audio somehow?
Oh my god.
I have to go. Is your house on fire, Matt?
Bunch of people.
Yeah.
Can they see you?
I think there's something wrong with my headphone socket.
Oh, that was Ruby.
Look, my mom.
Hey, I have to
Hi, Matt's mom. Hi.
Oh, actually, I have something parent related to say. Okay, so when I signed off on the chat last time, when I like stopped talking to you guys and I had to go out, I come into the living room and my parents are all watching this. They're all just huddled around watching this.
That's so embarrassing.
That would be so embarrassing.
Wow.
Wait, that leads me to another question. Do you guys' parents watch your videos?
Yeah.
No, I would die if my parents watched my videos. I'd actually die.
Too.
Yeah.
Absolutely, I do.
I would be so embarrassed.
Is there a greyhound behind us? Come here, Deke.
Come here, puppy.
Aww. Say hi.
Oh my god, guys, my brother just came out and told me that my mom's watched one or two of my videos, and now I kind of want to die and delete my channel.
Don't do that.
My sister's watching this whole thing in like another room right now, actually. My little 10-year-old sister is watching this. She doesn't entirely know what's going on, though.
Keep it G, guys. Okay, we have children watching.
Anything you say, she won't understand. It's just like.
That's so
These really big words.
The fact my parents watch my videos and enjoy it is one of the best feelings, I think.
I mean, I'm sure that like they would. It's just like the things that I say, I wouldn't really say to my parents.
Right.
So.
Well, that's the way I come off a lot more like professional in my videos than I am like right now and just in real life in general. This kind of real life. You're hearing me talk unedited. Yeah, but that's pretty much.
I know
why
because I like write out everything that I want to say.
And my little sister.
Cat number 1.
Hi, kitty.
Aww. Guys, I want to pet all of your animals right now, and it's just like really
Sorry.
Into like 2 animals.
Big distraction.
Hi, Artie.
Things keep like totally glitching out for me. Oh my god.
What was that? For?
There's my cat.
Oh. I think the cats are the mascot of YouTube.
Cats are the best.
Oh, like
Ellen
mom.
looks like she can't even handle it right now. Let's see here. So let me welcome Kat properly. Kat, can you hear us okay?
Yeah, I can hear you guys okay. Can you guys hear me okay?
Yes.
Yeah. Okay, good. Because I've had problems with Hangouts and like me being on cam at the same time, so I'm glad this is going semi-okay.
Hooray, wonderful. as everybody's been joining in, I've been asking them to tell us their name, about their channel, and where they are connecting from.
All right. So my name is Catherine, and I am from, well, not from, but I'm currently broadcasting from Orange County, California. And I'm supposed to tell you guys like my favorite YouTubers, right? Or not my YouTube channel, sorry. My YouTube channel, I talk about like basically intersectional feminism, like if just to get a catch-all, basically that. And yeah, sometimes trans issues, sometimes LGBT issues, but mostly like feminism. Yeah.
Very cool.
Yeah. If I can think of like my favorite YouTubers right now, even though I don't think you asked me, but if I could think of like my favorite YouTubers, I like, first of all, I'm glad that I'm doing this because one of the things I'm trying to do right now is actually have some sort of like connection to other YouTube people because I don't. So, and I actually don't watch a lot of YouTube. I feel like I need to do that, but I watched this wonderful trans woman named Raven Nova. And she's just interesting. I don't agree with like most of the things that she says, but she just always has like an interesting way of delivering it, and she's just very set in the way that she says it, and that's just that. So yeah, I just discovered something, and I wish I remembered her name, but I've been watching her channels, and she's just great because like, oh god, I wish I remembered her name. She like has like this ring that has her like YouTube name on it, and she like puts it in front of the camera before she starts. And
Cool.
she just hates everything. She hates everything. Like, she's always upset about something, and it's great. I wish I could remember her name because she's so good. I just like people who complain about things. I think that's what it is. And like don't like stuff and like just want to let you know like how bad it is. So.
There are people that I watch and I'm like, I'm not always in the mood for their videos because they're just so angry, but when I am, it's great. It's just the best.
Mm-hmm.
It's really angry people.
Pissed at stuff sometimes.
Yeah. I feel like if I'm too angry about something, I actually won't make a video on it because then I come off as like a crazy person almost. Yeah, a crazy person. Yeah.
Yeah, when I'm upset, I write a script. So like when I actually do my video, like it's less angry. Like when I wrote my blackface script, I was so upset. Like I was like typing on my keyboard really loudly, really passionately. Because I saw like the Jane Dawson photos, I was like, you know what? Let's get into it. And so I type. And then like when I made the video, it was very like, hi, well let's talk about blackface. Hey guys, don't do blackface, LOL. But I kind of have to do that. I kind of have to do that because I feel like I just will always, like, if I don't do that, I will come off as, like, the angry black girl. And that's happened a couple of times, like when I made a video about Ariel Scarcella after, like, making 2 videos to her very politely. I finally, like, went off.
I've seen the video of yours. You had a right to be angry. Like, honestly, I was just like there's a reason you should have been angry about that. So
no, yeah, and I still to this day have people that are like leaving comments being like, "Wow, like you're so angry. Like I don't understand. Like maybe you should like slow down and explain it to them." Like, and it's like, okay, you don't get it. That's what I've been doing. That's why I'm angry. So, you know.
Miles Dyer. I watched some. I don't know if you watched Miles Dyer. In one of his vlogs, he said, "Don't hate, educate."
Actually, speaking of Miles, I do love Miles J. That is like a YouTuber I will say that I absolutely adore. And
Miles J.
Yeah.
Great.
Miles J is somebody who I watch his channel and I'm like, I want my channel to be fun like this all the time. Like, I want people to watch my videos and like be happy. But I always have like more hitting topics to discuss, so it's never probably gonna be that. But.
Miles J is like so out there. Like I feel like I could never do that.
Oh yeah, no, like very bold, very bold. I'm very like people think I'm so brave and I'm so polite and like subdued in person. Like so I could never do that. So
I mean, you're polite in your videos as well. You just have a point and you are assertive about them.
Mm-hmm. Yes, because I have to write it down, and I write it down to make it short, because part of doing that is like making sure that every point you make is very stern, and not like wishy-washy, because I don't want it to go on for like 20 minutes like it would if I just were to speak about it. So,
Yeah.
You know,
I know that feel.
we slip up when we're not like that's why like all the social issue stuff. I mean, my videos, I've read a lot of books, so my videos are very core value related. Like it's like a lot of psychology, and I haven't been so much in the social issues, which is why I'll point to YouTubers and go watch their video, because I'm not educated on the topic. But that's something we could talk about too, just the idea of being educated on the topic enough to talk about it and know what's going on.
Well, one of my subscribers, gosh, I'm gonna feel bad because I don't remember her name off the top. Livy. One of my subscribers, Livy, was talking to me on Twitter about how she would like to do some vlogs about socially relevant issues, specifically about like racism, and she wasn't sure how to get started because she wasn't sure how to phrase things. And my response to her was, you know, I don't know is not a curse, is not a slur, is not a bad thing to say.
yeah.
Asking questions about an issue that is concerning to you is a perfectly fine way of doing things. You can say stuff like, this is something that concerns me. Should I be concerned about this? Does it seem bad to you guys as well? Rather than taking it to a sort of point. There's nothing wrong with that, but a lot of people feel afraid that if they don't make, you know, declarative statements in their whatevers, that they're going to be, I don't know, ineffective. I don't think you need to. I think you can just ask questions, and that's fine.
Yeah, I think people forget that like making videos is like more of a discussion than like, I mean, there are definitely some people who can like say things like and you know make affirmative statements about it, but like sometimes you can just make a video where you say like, what do you think about this, and then it has like more engagement in it, I guess, because I know I do that sometimes where I'm like, you know, I don't know everything, clearly I'm like 16 years old, but like you can like ask questions, and I think it's a good place to get like a lot of different opinions from it and kind of build your own from there.
Yeah, absolutely.
Much about YouTube, actually.
Yeah.
Also,
I wish more people would be like, I don't know. Like, that's, to me, I feel like that is, like, the most powerful thing you can do, is just, like, throw your hands up and be like, listen, I don't know. Because I think so many people, like, they want to come off like they know, and I get that. But then, especially when it comes to things like racism, like, if you don't know, you don't know. And that's better. It's better to say that than to like make a statement and then have someone like me come and like have to drag you for it. So
I think I don't know, and this is an issue that's important and needs to be addressed.
Yeah,
you know what I mean?
Yeah,
because I think sometimes I don't know, so shrug. Let's talk about something else. Kind of gets weaved into conversation, so I think it's important to. Have both be present at the same time. I don't know.
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah.
And also, it's important to like pay attention to the things that do make you uncomfortable, and then like ask why. Why does that make you uncomfortable? You know, and like dissect that. I think that that's important. Like I have stuff that I still like discuss from time to time, and they're like parts of conversations that I have that make me uncomfortable, and I have to kind of have like a moment of like debate within myself and trying to figure it out, you know. And I feel like more people need to admit I don't know everything. You know, there are still areas of conversations that I have not investigated, and I think that that's powerful. I really do. So
yeah, and I think if you're making videos about a social issue, you should like present, like if you're not from the group that you're talking about, like I think you should be more like not speaking for the group and more like asking for input from that group. So like if you're like a white person talking about racism, then you shouldn't be like, well, this is what it is. Like you should be like, I've heard from black people that this is a problem, or like I'm curious as to what these people feel and like what they think is a solution for this and stuff like that.
Yeah, absolutely. Like I'm not gonna try to be like mean about this, but there's a YouTuber specifically that like once I get back in the swing of things, I'm gonna have a kind of, I don't want to call it a call out video, it's kind of that, but it's not really that. But you know, they made a video talking about how basically like specifically black people, but then some other people of certain minorities basically just need to like stop complaining and like just like basically speak to people like politely with respect and never be upset about oppression. It's someone who has like a lot of, it was tone policing and respectability politics. And this is somebody who has a lot of subscribers, a lot of people follow him. And I'm sorry, but I feel like, you know, it's very easy to sit there when you're not part of a certain group and tell that group to be quiet or to calm down or to not feel a certain way. And that's the kind of thing that really gets me kind of upset. Because it's like, I understand that, you know, certain conversations, like when I make my videos and I speak politely and I look all pretty and I like say things like with a smile and like, you know, my head's to the side, yeah, people listen to me. You know, people are way more willing to listen to me. But at the same time, sometimes when you're part of a minority, I'm not just talking about racially, sexually, gender, etc. You can be upset, you know, and I feel like you're entitled to being upset, you know. And the thing that people don't need to do is like sit there and be like, hey, actually, you should calm down because your anger makes me feel really uncomfortable. So could you just like turn it down a couple like minutes? Like that I'd really appreciate. Like I hate that. Like that just it just makes me so upset. Like because I am really like I take a lot of time and try to respect people's opinions and like positions and like I'm so patient. So you know if I get upset with you, it's not it's not because I didn't try. It's not because I didn't try.
It's like I think people mistake like being like angry as like being like disrespectful towards people. Like I feel like if you alienate your audience and like say, well, like I don't know, if you do it in like a certain way that makes you seem like you hate everyone and that you're like better, then I understand why that would be like, okay, maybe you're going too far. But like just like saying things angrily because you're angry about something is way different than like alienating people and like hating them, you know?
Yeah, respect is a very important part of the delivery there. I'm going to interrupt this discussion here just to say that I have noticed that a couple people are trying to get in on the channel, and we've already capped out at 10 participants. So I think Sarah and Lindsay are going to be bowing out, and we've seen some new people joining in. Is that right?
That is right.
Bye. Bye.
Thank you so much for being a part of this, Sarah.
Bye, guys.
And Lindsay.
Bye.
You're welcome. Bye.
Cool.
Bye. Bye.
All right. And I think that Allie Johnson and maybe somebody else will be joining in shortly. Maybe Fran will feel better and join in at some point.
Please, Fran. Come on, Fran.
Another thing, just to go along with the idea that you brought up, Kat, the problem, it's not a problem, but what happens with my videos is my videos are so much about ideas instead of content that if I were to discuss social issues, I feel like I'd always take it back to the core of the issue just because I've read a lot about like mindfulness and presence. The idea that like getting angry at something, when you get angry and you have an angry feeling and you think you're angry, that thought process tends to loop, and then you just get more angry, which is why you should never act your way into a feeling, because then you become it. It's easier to do that than to like go, okay, I'm really pissed right now, I should probably take a deep breath and just understand it. But it has to do with a lot with the idea that we're all separated. Like we only see appearances and we don't look deeper than that, because it's just Greyhound more beliefs about how we're all equal or all intrinsically we all have the same value, but I don't think people see that, and they believe in separation. They believe that people are separate and that they're not of the same value and content.
Well, I feel like one of the problems that a lot of people have when it comes to conversations about equality is understanding that equality is a little bit more than, we're all the same, because we're not the same. We're different. Yeah. What it is accepting that everybody is different and that we're unique and that some people live their lives different ways. Some people have feelings about their race, their gender, their sexuality that are not yours, and that's okay. To me, that's what equality looks like. It's acknowledging, accepting, and celebrating the differences that people have, as opposed to just saying, oh, we're all equal. Because I can tell you right now, I've had so many conversations with, like, specifically, like, liberal white people that say that to me. And they say it in the context of silencing my conversation about transphobia, silencing my conversation about feminism, silencing my conversation about racism, you know? So to me, it's like, you know, we have to really think about what equality is, and I think equality has a slightly different definition for everybody. equality to a trans person is not the same as equality to, a black person. It's they're going to be different things. There's different expectations,
That makes sense. I've just gotten a ping. I think I've seen Allie and Emily Eaton come back. Allie Zane and Emily Eaton back. Hooray.
I made it.
Alexandria looks frozen.
Is Allie there, or are you frozen?
I'm here. It's just I don't know if it's working properly.
The audio works fine.
I can hear you, yeah.
Choppy, but the audio's fine.
And I'm going to greet you both better in just a second, but I've been pinged by Chelsea, who wants to see if she can join in. Does anybody else have to go now?
I can bow out and join in later.
Was that Meg?
Yeah.
Oh, thank you, Meg. I appreciate that.
So I'll just watch in the comments to make room, and then I'll come in later.
I appreciate that so much. Thank you.
Yeah. And I actually really have to go pee, and my family wants to go get lunch, so I can just come back later then too.
Great. If you're going to be around later this evening, then maybe we'll be able to have you and Mel and Katie Rose all at the same time.
Yeah. God, I feel like
we almost got the whole crew
here. I'm leaving.
So close.
I know. Okay, I'll see you guys later. Bye.
See you, Emily.
Bye.
What?
Okay.
What?
What? Come on in.
Emily, are you actually going to stay this time?
I hope so.
Well, you actually look and sound clearer than you did the last time.
Yeah. I'm using a different laptop, that's why.
Your solution to the problem was to use a completely different approach.
Yeah. Yeah.
Excellent. Let's see here. Chelsea might be joining us. And as I said, I think Fran, Giorgio, or Francesca, or Francie, one of them might jump back in as well. Here's Chelsea. Chelsea's joining us.
That profile picture from that angle.
Oh, yeah, it's great, isn't it?
That's the best approach.
I just saw that for like a split second, and then...
I always forget that I have that, and then I'm like, I should probably change it, but I never do.
So let's see here. I don't want to... I can't remember. Did we ever do an intro for Emily Eaton, or was she never
kind
around?
Sort of, yeah.
Why don't we just try that again, just as a quick recap?
Okay.
Emily, can you tell us about yourself, your channel, where you're from, and like some of your favorite YouTube channels? How about that?
Okay. Yes, I'm Emily, and I'm from Essex in England. And favorite YouTubers probably Ashley Mardell, Connor Manning, The Third Pew, Marina Shut Up, and Paul, obviously.
Oh. Well, now we know exactly the type of YouTuber you are, and wonderful. Greetings. Yeah. I hope you're able to stick around for a while this time.
I hope so too.
And then Allie joined us. Allie, you want to tell everybody your name, about your channel, and where you are connecting from?
Yeah, my name is Alexandria on here because that's how Google works, but I also go by Allie. My YouTube channel is a mix of lifestyle and advice as far as feminism and mental health goes. And where am I joining in from? Oh, I'm from Portland, Oregon, and I'm currently sounding a lot more sick than I am because I had a car crash this week. So
how are you doing? I was so nervous for you.
Oh my God, this life of mine is so interesting. I'm doing okay. There's not a lot of people that can say that they've walked away from a car crash, so I'm happy, but my body is not happy.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
If you need to bow out, we understand.
Yeah, I'm currently icing and heating right now, so it's a very interesting experience.
Got it all covered. That's a smart approach.
Yeah.
And then we have Chelsea. Can you tell us your name, where about your channel, and where you're connecting from?
Yes, my name's Chelsea, also C. Chelsters, but you can call me whatever you want. One of those two is fine. My channel doesn't really have a theme. I always want to hammer down a theme and never do, so I just kind of experiment with different stuff. I wouldn't call it like experimental video because that sounds way fancier than my channel actually is. I'm from San Diego, California.
Excellent.
There you go.
Terrific.
Okay, your eyeliner is like so on point. I just want to like point that out right now.
I agree. Thank you. Thank you. I really like makeup. I don't make makeup videos, but I enjoy it.
Do you watch makeup vloggers?
Yes, definitely. Well, not as much as I used to. There's a few I watch, but that's not mainly what I watch anymore. That's one of the things that got me into YouTube, though.
Very cool.
Yeah, one of. There was other, but.
And I see that Francie's back.
Yeah, hi.
You're back, and your tagline says that you're back.
Yeah. That's my last name, and I kind of use it as a running gag for myself.
Chelsea, just some German dude just said hi, whatever you want, because you said you can call me whatever you want.
Oh, clever. Good one.
Scozio's in the chat. Scozio's been watching lots of my videos and commenting very supportively. Hi, Scozio. Let's see here. Oh my goodness. So we now have turned over 4 spots on this panel. It's a whole new world.
I actually think I'm gonna drop out because I also have to pee. And yeah, but I might come back. So if you like want to tweet me when Katie comes back, I can try to join and we can try to get the squad back here.
I'll do that.
Okay.
Thanks for joining us.
Bye.
Bye.
Bye. Happy 2 years on YouTube, Paul.
Thank you.
Bye.
That's awesome. Now this is why I keep on doing YouTube, is because not because I just like to watch myself talk. It's because I can connect with people who are concerned and interested in the same sort of things that I like and I'm interested in, and I don't know, I feel like I make more friends and better friends from YouTube than any other thing that I've been doing in the last few years.
We're doing things too that have never been done before. Like, honestly, this is brand new stuff with this technology, connecting with people everywhere. It's really new.
It's very cool.
It's amazing.
Now, Kat, did you have more to talk about with regards to what you were talking about before our new members joined us?
Oh God. Oh, me or no? Oh, well,
Yes.
I could talk about that all day. So it's probably good to stop me while ahead.
Oh, on that topic, I once made a video about kind of covering the topics of racism and white privilege, like in the hope that as a white person, me kind of explaining stuff, saying it's not like this scary stuff, these are the concepts, these are what they mean. And I remember I got so many comments of people going, well, I don't see race, and I just went absolutely ballistic at them in the next video. I was like, no, you are eradicating their culture, their history. It's just so, I was so annoyed, and people got a bit kind of like, about it. But
that is honestly like my word. I hate that. Like, that's the thing I hate the most, because do you know what it is? It's dishonest. I think that's what gets me. It's not even like I don't jive with the basic concept. It's like, okay, I know, like, I see you as a person, not like a, like a black person. Like, I understand kind of what you're trying to say, but at the same time, I'm black, and that's okay. Like, it's not just okay, it's amazing. So, it's like, I get really annoyed by that, because it's just like, you see that I'm black, let's stop pretending.
Is the average person not okay?
Well, debatable. I mean, that's a whole conversation. I mean, the thing is like, see, this is where I get into it. The thing that I think most people don't understand is, like, when you're a person of color, people see that first, like, period. Yeah. Like, it doesn't matter. Like, you could be so many other things, but people are gonna see that I'm black before they see that I'm a woman. Before they see anything else about me, they're going to see that, right? And so because of that, and because we live in a society where that does mean something to some people, I have to constantly have that conversation. I can't afford to just be a person. I'm not looked at as like the default. You know, I am the black person. You know, there's a reason why we specify. For me, you know, if somebody were to describe me, they wouldn't say, oh, you know, just the girl with glasses. They say, oh no, that black girl with glasses. You know, that's how it would go. So, you know, it's like you gotta have to be aware of that. And so when people say, oh, I don't see color, it's just ugh.
Yeah, yeah, I agree. Part of it's ignoring what is, and part of it is just our mind. Our mind loves to categorize and separate and label things, and that's a separation.
Absolutely. And I personally, I feel like that's kind of natural. Like, I feel like it's natural for people to be. I mean, we've been doing it since you had like a bunch of like little color blocks, and you're like, oh, I'm gonna put the blue ones with the blue ones, and the red ones.
Actually, yeah, it's. I mean, in terms of like your mind versus who you are, it's actually not natural to do that, because as soon as you separate something, exclusivity, right? You're separating it when you're really the same exact thing. I love the whole analogy that everything is stardust. Everything is stardust, but it looks.
Well, see, I feel like this whole, like, I understand what that's saying, and I hear it, and I support it to a degree. But I feel like the argument that I have about people that are, oh, I'm colorblind, I don't see color. It's like, okay, I was born into this world. This world has history, right? It would be great if the history of this world did not include racism, did not include slavery, right? My parents, my grandparents, they all remember Jim Crow. Some of them remember slavery. Some of my family, you know, it's like it's that recent, you know. And there are things that have trickled down since then that have impacted my life and have impacted my family's life. Yeah. You know, my parents, my dad is from Boston. Boston is extremely segregated. It's very, very tricky, racist issues that go on there. You know, it'd be great if we could all sit and be like, oh, we're just stardust, we're all the same.
Yeah.
But that's not the world we live in.
Our minds won't let us do that, because
I think that actually the phrasing of I don't see colors, we're all just people, that is skipping steps. That is a person speaking from a place of racial privilege saying, I don't want to deal with changing our system. I want to pretend that the system's already changed and act as if I have, so I don't have to deal with that. I'm just going to say this phrase instead. And that's a bullshit response. You have to say that there are, in fact, racial conflicts because people have different races that everybody sees and can talk about and deal with and react to in different ways and fix the problems. And then maybe like 100 years down the road, maybe people really won't see colors. But we're not there yet. You're jumping ahead.
Like, the bottom line is that's the thing that kills me about that is that that's something that only comes up when they don't want to have the conversation. Oh, I don't see color. You know, when I bring up racism, oh, I don't see color.
They resist it. They don't understand it. And once you don't understand, you tend to hate and resist. So they don't want to talk about it. So they make an excuse, or they pretend it's some sort of illusory reality, and they don't think it's there. They ignore it.
Because it's easier to do that. It's way easier to do that. Like, I got into this long conversation with this guy on Twitter, and I have to learn. I'm somebody who has to learn to just not respond to people at a certain point. But, you know, I kept talking about racism with him, and he wanted to talk about, well, how has racism personally affected you, right? And so, like, I sat down and gave him all these excuses, and at the end of the day, he needed to basically say to me that you're just not working hard enough. You're just not trying hard enough. Maybe if you applied yourself more, maybe you'd get places. Because in their mind, that's what it is. It's, oh my goodness, like, you know, it's not that racism exists and it still hurts people. It's that the people of color just don't work hard enough. You know, it's that people of color just don't
really
do enough. Yeah, it's so insulting. It's like, I would not be having this conversation if these things weren't real. Like, that's the thing that I don't get, is a lot of people, they feel like these conversations come because we see some sort of preferential treatment or benefit because of them. It's like, wouldn't I love to live in a society where everyone was just judged from the content of the character, not of the color of skin? Absolutely. That's the world that I would live in. I very much grew up in a situation that was a lot like that in a lot of ways. That's what I would like the world to be like. But that's not what it is. Like, even as a YouTuber who is black, you know, I can talk about anything. It doesn't matter what I'm talking about. Somebody's always going to go to my comment section, call me a nigger. Somebody's always going to, you know, bring up my race. You know, I can't even, like, even when I'm not talking about issues that are specifically racism. When I go into like transphobia and homophobia and things like that, and I have conversations about it, people always need to bring up my race. Always.
Because
Always.
They don't want to argue the idea you're discussing. They get stuck on the appearance and the differences between the person. So they aim all their attention and anger at the person instead of the idea. And when you add anger at a person instead of an idea, you lost your argument immediately, because that's like, what, ad hominem or something? Isn't that one of the factors?
Yeah, ad hominem is one of the logical arguments. But there's that, but there's also just people are going to attack your race and call you slurs to shut you up.
Yeah.
Not because they want to engage with you, not because they want to have a conversation, to shut you up. That's the purpose of slurs, is to say, you are not a human being, be quiet over here instead. And it's funny that you describe how people see you, Kat, that way, because I feel like it was either I got beats, heartbeats, or maybe it was somebody else. I mean, I think maybe it was Hart who said exactly that on the either Women on YouTube panel or the Diversity panel at last year's VidCon. How she's seen as a black person first, then a woman, then a lesbian, then all these other things.
Yeah, yeah, and that's important to like understand that. Like, I get into conversations with feminists all the time about this. There are certain feminists that are like, why do we need like black feminism? Like, what's that about? Like, why can't we all just be feminists together? We're all equal. Oh my gosh, we're all made of stardust. And it's like, okay. No, I mean, that's just my favorite thing to say, because it's very like, this is another conversation, but it's like this whole idea of like, we're all the same, like, let's just all kumbaya. It's very white fantasy. It just is. It's very like, oh my gosh, why can't we? And I get the point of it. I get the underlying notion of it, but it's ignoring so many things. And when I have conversations with feminists, specifically white feminists, and they're like, well, I don't understand why we have like Asian feminism, black feminism. It's because we're not discussing these issues within main feminism. Mainstream feminism is not trying to give space for black people. That's why we have to make space for ourselves. And there's always these conversations of, oh my goodness, like, you're just trying to like separate people. Like, why can't we all just be together? And people don't understand that if we didn't make space for ourselves, these conversations would never come up. It's very much something that you would see within like the gay rights movement. Gay rights movement, like, it focused almost exclusively on, gay men, specifically gay men who are heteronormative in some way, shape, or form, right? And there are all these other marginalized minorities that need to be discussed that were not discussed, but were definitely there at the rallies fighting for the rights of gay men, right? And so now you have this conversation going on right now within the community where it's like, okay, well, we need to have specific conversations about bisexuality. We need to have specific conversations about asexuality. And you see from a lot of gay people being like, oh my gosh, like, how dare you? That's not real. Just trying to like challenge and dismiss the identities of these conversations that are being had. And it's just like, you have to understand that, when you have like this kind of conglomerate of people, all feminism, all feminists, all people that are in that realm, all LGBT people, ultimately somebody's going to get the short end of the stick. And in this society, the people that are going to have the most power within these acronyms are going to be people that are cis and white. So when it's gay people, it's gay white men. When it's feminism, it's cis white feminists. That's just what it is.
Yeah.
So these conversations need to be had.
The thing that drives me nuts about that response that people say about, why do we need black feminism when there's already feminism? Why do we need to concentrate on trans and bi rights when there's, all these LGBTQ things going on? Is that these are the responses that the more normalized people gave to them. Like, feminists have been told, why do we need to have feminism when can we just have, like, equal rights for all people? And the response is because you aren't giving equal rights to women. So
exactly.
Within feminism, they should realize that their response to black feminists is exactly what they've been hearing and fighting against.
Yeah. And that's what I say. That's what I say. Every single time, that's what I say to these people. I'm like, you get that, like, at a certain, like, that's what always gets me, specifically about gay people, is because sometimes I'll have conversations about trans rights, and I'm like, you realize that not even 30 years ago, people were literally saying the same thing to you, right? Like, not even that long ago, people were being like, well, why do we need that? Like, that's not important, So, I feel like sometimes people need to like be aware of that, and I'm somebody who's like, I understand that like when someone tells you to check your privilege, it sounds like really offensive, and it's like, what? I have no privilege. I'm a marginalized minority, whatever. But we all, to some degree, have some sort of privilege, and I think it's very important to be aware of it at all times. So.
And sometimes I kind of feel left out as a mixed race woman of color, but then I remember that I have the privilege to live in Germany, and I don't have to fear to get killed because of the color of my skin, and that's kind of where I stop complaining in my mind and accept the fact that we need black feminism and all of the other activism.
That's really great.
Yeah.
This is a topic that, as Kat points out, we could talk about for hours.
Forever. That's why I'm like, oh,
3
let's
hours.
not even get started.
So I'll direct us back to questions from the chat. Rowan, who is still with us in the chat form, has asked the question: what is something that you would love to do on or with YouTube if money and location weren't an issue? That's a good question for I think all of us.
I would love to I want to be one of those people who gets paid to go all around the world to just do silly dances in front of a camera. That's it. Like, not even much. Like, no, I'm not going to show you this amazing hotel. No, I'm not going to show you, like, this amazing trip. I'm just going to dance in front of the camera for a minute, and then that's it. That's what I want to do.
That's almost the premise of Hey USA. It's very close. Very close to that.
Yeah.
How about you, Allie? What would you do?
There's so many things. I would love to have conferences or just like at least workshops to go to schools and work on body confidence with women and girls. That would be my dream. But I would also want funding and legal abilities to make sure that gender, women, and sexuality studies is in the classroom, like as a discipline. That's my main goal, but it'd be nice to have money to just like wake up tomorrow and have that be a thing. I would love that.
That's really cool.
Yeah.
How about you, Chelsea? If you could do anything, money and location, no object, what would you do?
I don't know. That's a hard one. I haven't really thought about that.
Want me to skip it back to you?
Yeah, they're like so much objects that I don't spend a lot of time like dwelling on what I could do if they weren't. Yeah, come back to me.
Okay. I'll come over here to Ellen.
Yeah, one of the things I started out YouTube to do was like comedy videos, like song parodies and sketches, and I would just make a hell of a load of them just to be able to spend money on the resources that I need to make good high quality stuff with that, like getting other people to help me make the video and paying them and doing all that sort of stuff, having it just be as close to cool cinematic-y type stuff that I could get. I think that would be really cool.
That's awesome. How about Emily? If money and location were no object, where would you go? What would you do with YouTube?
I don't know. It's not something I've like thought about that much. I would love to just like, I mean, like I've never even been to like a YouTube convention yet. So like, if I could just be able to go and travel to everywhere and like collab with all of my YouTube friends, that'd be amazing.
I mean, you're getting to do a bit of that with VidCon.
Yes, I'm so excited.
Let's see here. How about you, Francie?
I would definitely create a web series with a lot of diversity, a completely diverse cast, and I would probably go to the YouTube LA space because I probably will never get in there, and I would use the opportunity to use those rooms. Yeah.
Boy, you know, those YouTube spaces are fantastic, and I'm a little bit bitter that you need to have at least 5,000 subscribers to use them.
Yeah.
That jumped up. I remember 1,000.
Yeah.
I kind of really want to like check it out. Like I've seen a couple of things that have like been happening, like little events and stuff, and like I always say one day I'm gonna go down because I totally could. I have enough subscribers, but getting to LA is such a pain. But I want to go just so I can like not be antisocial and like a complete shut-in and like meet YouTube people. So I like a bunch of like been talking to a bunch of like YouTubers that live in LA, and I want to like hang out with people and like be all cool and like do collab videos and things. Like that'd be great.
Matt, if money and location were no object, what would you do with your YouTubery?
I really enjoy TED Talks. I watch a lot of TED Talks. I've been reading a lot about mindfulness and presence and not letting our mind master us, basically, because our ego tends to really cleverly trick us into believing that we're not human and that we need to be something that we're not. So I think it'd be cool to sort of take that topic and sort of like Leslie's one-time stories, actually go around the world and sort of show how that similarly applies to people's lives all around the world. Because then you could show sort of the consistencies in how those elements are consistent among different people. I think that'd be really, really cool. But that's just an idea. I could do a fishing show.
Mindfulness or a fishing show, you know.
I don't know. Off the top of my head.
That's good.
You kind of stole my answer slightly, Matt.
Chelsea, did you want to elaborate now?
Sure. It's not a fully fledged out idea, but one of the things that I really connected with when I was first like really getting into YouTube and not just watching viral videos was seeing other people's lives that I could relate to, and that I could relate to on a certain level, but who were doing just everyday things like successfully and being happy. And I was going through a very hard time of my life. I was struggling a lot with depression, and being able to see other people like living their lives and being okay gave me a lot of hope for myself. So I think I would probably do a lot of traveling because I have money. Why not? I'd probably travel around and try to connect with a lot of different people and different demographics, and represent all kinds of different minorities and whatnot, and just talk about their lives and things they've been through, and maybe just parts of their daily lives. I don't know, just to share many different people's lives with many other people, just to show that nobody is alone. We all struggle with a lot of the same stuff, and you can do it, and you can be okay, and it's okay to not be okay. But yeah, there you go.
That's good.
That was a rambly.
But it was good. Great points. I like that. Definitely, exposing more people to more types of people is just how the world gets better. The world gets better because we learn that there are more people out there and recognize that they are real. Ruby, do you have an answer for what you would do if money and location were no object?
I think the YouTube London creator space would definitely be a great place to go. Lots of collaboration stuff. Also, definitely like more filmy type stuff, like more cinematic type stuff, with kind of better equipment and more people. And yeah, just kind of like, I don't know, I don't really want to say like raise the production value of my channel, but kind of make bigger and better stuff, I think, is what I'd want to do. But also loads of collabs, because people are cool.
People are cool. That is good.
Man.
I like that.
They don't give themselves enough credit.
And if I had all the money and location and were no object, well, first of all, I'm actually doing a lot of what I want to do with YouTube already. I am lucky in that my job pays me well, and I'm able to fly around the country if I wanted to and go to things like VidCon, and I'm able to pay for camera equipment as it comes by. I can get a little bit faster. That'd be nice. But otherwise, I'm pretty much doing what I want to do. I want to talk to people about important things, fun things, geeky things, and connect people. I really love connecting this YouTuber with that YouTuber and saying, hey, I think you guys would like each other, etc. That's the little thing I love to do, and I get to do that right now, and it's great. If I had more money and location were no object, I would go to Summer in the City. I would go to Bufferfest. I would go to Australia for conventions over there. I would go to all these different places for YouTube conventions to meet people as well. And if money were no object, there's actually a series that I want to do that I talked about last year, but I didn't have the resources to do, and I call it Unsheltered. And what I would do is I would follow dogs or cats that were abandoned or left at shelters. I would follow them through their rehabilitation process and getting adopted by a family and going all the way to being a happy and rehabilitated pet in a new family. And I would do each episode would be essentially following like one or two animals as they go from their abandonment to their happy new life. I would like to do that, and I reached out to a couple of pet shelters, rescue organizations in the Baltimore and D.C. area, but everybody was very nervous because there are very few places in this area that do not kill the animals after a certain period of time. And they were afraid that if I caught any of that on videotape, they would look bad. So nobody has agreed to let me do this web series yet, but I want to do it because I want to show people that adopted animals are awesome.
Adopted greyhounds.
There you go. Yeah. Let's see here. It looks like Katie Rose is going to be joining in shortly. Very cool. Got some other messages.
Scozio and Mama Lizmus supposed to have questions for us.
Yeah, Matt, can you do me a favor and read those questions while I'm looking at my messages here?
Okay, Scozio has, what's one thing that YouTube should change to make it a better place?
Good question.
Bring video response back.
Yeah, what the heck?
Yeah, that's the first thing that came to mind.
Revolutionary.
Wow.
I think because they've made such changes to the algorithms that mean that basically it's only if you upload every day long videos that keep people engaged. So usually Let's Play videos, and I love Let's Play videos, but because of the algorithm changes, they have taken over YouTube, which is a bit of a shame because then you have other creators, you have kind of people who don't do daily vlogging, or you have people who have to work hard. Some people that I'm big fans of, like Weeble, he creates fantastic work, but it takes time to make those videos. So you've got people and like sketch comedy people that I like watching. Unless you're uploading every day, you're not getting seen, and that needs to be changed because it's just turning it into this, one group of people who get loads and loads of views, and then everyone else is going, please watch my video. And the whole subscriber thing isn't working.
Give YouTubers like an inbox and that sends an email every time a video gets uploaded or something, so that they can see the videos. What?
Oh. He believes very strongly in that idea.
What?
Aww.
Probably have to go feed the greyhounds now. I can have somebody else pop in. Somebody wants to take my spot. Or I can just go feed the greyhounds for 20 minutes and come back.
Actually, Matt, if you don't mind popping out of this time, I do have a couple of people who are waiting to get in.
I don't mind.
Awesome.
The other question by Mama Elizabeth is, if Google came to you and said, we need a new video convention, would you make us one? What would it be called? Where would it be? And who would be there?
Good questions. We'll address both of those.
I will be back later. I'll watch.
Excellent.
Okay.
Well, you can chat with us at least.
Yeah, absolutely. All right.
I got a scrawled message from Neefsy saying that he can't join us because of external reasons, but he sent me this thing. I don't know how to share this with you. I don't know that I can. Can I do a screen share? I don't want to do that. It's like a scrawled crayon message that looks like "Happy YouTube Anniversary, Paul." And I asked him if that's from him or from Philip Human, and he says he doesn't know anymore.
Here's the greyhounds. Here they are. Look at, they both come into the...
No.
One's like a fawn. Like Ellie's a fawn. Look.
Aww.
Alright, I'll be back.
Bye, Matt.
Bye.
Okay. I'm getting lots of messages here. People in the chats are also responding positively to the Greyhounds.
Good.
Let's see here. But I may ask you to bow out. Now, of all the people who are currently connected here, have any of you watched the others' videos?
Yes.
Yeah.
I've watched Ruby's videos.
Yeah.
I'm very new to this little community here of you guys, so I've not really watched any, so I've got some catching up to do.
Yeah, I feel like maybe Alexandria, like you look super familiar to me, like maybe I have seen one of your videos at one point, but, or I don't know, or like maybe if you did a collab with someone, I'm not sure, but basically no. But I've heard of a lot of you through Paul.
I watch the shit out of Kat's videos, so, but everybody else I'm still new.
Yeah, I think I see loads of you on Twitter. That's where I know your faces from, your interactions with Paul and stuff. He's very good at retweeting people, so that's how I see you a lot.
You know, if I'm not raising other people's voices, then I suck as an ally, so I'm trying to do what I can.
Oh, you're so nice.
Thank you. Thank you.
You are.
You are.
Let's see here. Rowan may be joining us again. So Nifsi's not going to be joining us. Fran, the last message I got from her was that she's going to jump into the shower. So she may join us after that.
I might have to run away and go get food because it's nearly 9 o'clock. Well, just past 9 o'clock here.
Well, that is understandable.
I need to sustain myself. But it's been so nice meeting all of you. You're all so nice. And I'll try and jump back into the kind of like the chat and stuff, or come back on here later, I don't know. But it's been so lovely meeting you all.
Thank you so much for joining us on
YouTube and stuff. That's all right. Thank you for inviting me.
Bye.
Thank you.
Bye.
All right.
Paul, is there going to be a space where everybody's contact information will be at the end of this?
In the description, I'm going to put in every single person who's joined in, every person's Twitter and YouTube channel.
Cool. Yeah.
So let's see here. What did everybody? Yes, everybody answered the money and location question.
Yeah.
What is the thing that YouTube should change? We start talking about that with regards to YouTube video responses. Everybody wants video responses back. Is there anything else that should be changed about YouTube to make it better?
I'd like to be able to use all of the extras people with more subscribers get. So that's something I'd like.
That's understandable. Like the thing that I can host a live chat, for example, a live event on my channel. You need to have a certain. I think you need to have like 1,000 subscribers.
No, you don't. I've done one on like one of my like little like 3 subscriber like side channel, because I'm crazy. I have like 1 million emails, so I'm always like I have like 1 million different YouTube channels. You can definitely do it. They've changed it. Like they've changed a lot of stuff in the past couple of years where like you couldn't do it before, but now you can do it. So
yeah, but there are a couple of things I can't do. I don't know which, but
yeah, I'm trying to think of like what you can't do. I mean, you probably don't have. Do you guys have cards?
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah, because that was something that I feel like only certain people had for a minute. I feel like I kind of have like this like love-hate relationship with the way that YouTube has changed, because in ways I feel like it put everybody on like an equal footing, in terms of like the way your channel looked and things. Because you remember when you used to be able to like upload these gigantic photos onto your YouTube channel, and like you go onto your YouTube channel and that would be your background, and you had like a header, and like so some people's channels like look super like legit, like super professional. And like, I mean, mine never did, but I feel like it was very like Zynga, where you're like, oh, I'm gonna get this like pre-made thing and like throw it onto my blog. It was very that for me, at least.
It sounds very MySpace.
Yeah, very MySpace, very very all of that. Oh, I guess Tumblr now. But yeah, it was kind of cool. But I'm kind of glad that they took it away, because it made me feel like I didn't look fancy, and I feel like now everybody's channel looks the same. for the most
That's
part.
true.
So
Yeah.
I kind of like that, but then again, it is also like hard to find people's channels. Like I always gag when I find like somebody's channel who like I feel like I've done searches enough to like have found their channel in the past, but I've never gotten there before. Like there's so many people that I found like that. So many people that have like subscribed to me. I'm like, how have I never met this person before? How have I never seen this person's videos? Like, it's funny. I don't know.
I mean, I pointed out in I think my last blog post maybe I pointed out to somebody that YouTube consists of lots of people. Like we think, like in the back of our minds, I think all of us kind of feel like maybe like a 10,000 to 100,000 YouTubers out there. There are millions of YouTube channels.
Yeah, millions.
Millions in the M's.
Crazy.
It's
Those
surprising that
millions.
any of us know each other.
Yeah, well, I'm glad that you're like good about connecting people because I've met a lot of like YouTube people through you.
Oh,
Yeah,
excellent!
same.
That's makes me happy.
Yeah, me too.
Yay! I am accomplishing one of my goals on YouTube. Then that is fantastic.
Also, I'm like 99% sure that like the video I did with BuzzFeed was because of you. So I'm very thankful for that.
Yes. Good. My friend Ricky Pointer, who's a hard of hearing and does the closed captioning campaign push right now, she swears that she saw me on BuzzFeed, but I've never seen myself on BuzzFeed, and we weren't able to find that again. I came this close to accusing her of seeing some other bald Asian guy on BuzzFeed. I'm sure she didn't. I'm sure that wasn't what happened, but.
Did like any of your videos get like super popular? Because like I didn't know that like someone had posted my video on BuzzFeed until someone told me about it.
Well, I mean, whenever I talk about something that's really volatile, like when I talked about the UCSB shooting, and I said that Elliot Rodgers was a misogynist and probably part of the MRAs, I still get angry, just furious comments about that now.
Oh, me too. Me too. I get, like I said, I have people like that will send me emails about my Menimus video because I disabled the comments because I was just like, I'm not going to put up with this. But they'll go to my business email and send me long, angry messages about how I'm just a stupid woman who needs to shut the fuck up and da 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 da. So
if it makes you feel any better, I also get very long messages about how I'm a stupid woman and needs to shut up.
That's terrible.
Rowan has joined us again. Welcome back, Rowan.
Hi, Rowan.
Hi. Welcome back.
Hello.
So yeah, but I don't think that any one of my videos has particularly exploded virally enough for BuzzFeed to notice. Now, I do have as one of my Twitter followers Gabby Dunn, who does a lot of BuzzFeed stuff.
Yeah.
So
I
potentially.
saw that, Paul. I noticed that the other day.
Yeah, Gabby Dunn and I actually chat on Twitter once in a while. It's pretty cool. She's far superior to Carly Rae Jepsen, who follows me on Twitter and never says a word.
I got followed by Aaron Carter the other day. I was like, Aaron, you're like 10 years too late. Like if you followed me like when I was 15, like I would have been so into it, but now you just look sad. And I wish you the best. But I'm pretty sure he just followed me because he was touring in LA. So.
Do you know the show Revenge?
Mm-hmm.
The actor who plays Jack followed me on Twitter, and it was really weird. Because I tweeted something about how I liked him more because he didn't like Kanye, and then he followed me. Really funny.
The show Californication,
Yes,
I've only seen a little bit of it. Not a huge fan. Just gonna throw that out there. I was at my friend's house and she was watching it, and I was like, "Ooh, okay." And so I tweeted about like a really just terribly like produced scene, and then one of the actors, like verified account, just like favorited my tweet and followed, and I was like, "I just dissed you like really harshly."
Are you being followed by David Duchovny right now?
I don't even remember who it was. I think they unfollowed me like a week later.
If
but
Fox Mulder is following you, that would be amazing.
no, it was like a random side character.
Oh, okay.
But I was like, I just insulted you. Also, I didn't tag it as anything, so he just like followed Californication. I don't know. Twitter.
I mean, there are definitely people that will like. I remember I like made comments about garage doors. Like I was complaining about the fact that like because people I live with, they don't lock the doors ever.
What?
So like there's been times where, like I've walked outside and like the garage door is wide open. So I made a post about like, oh my goodness, my roommates left the garage door wide open, and then like 3 garage door repair shops like that. Comment.
Yes,
that
happens to me a lot.
Yeah.
I don't even use Twitter a lot, I feel like, but it still happens a lot. Like, I don't know.
Yeah, I use it to just complain, really. Complain and then like live vlog as I'm watching the 100.
I saw that.
It's my life.
I actually try, for that reason, I try not to name brands or companies specifically when I'm complaining about stuff on Twitter, unless I'm about to really go off on them. If it's just like a general, I'm upset with or whatever, I tend not to say them by name. On the other hand, if I have positive feelings about a brand or company, I will mention them by name in case of freebies.
Right.
I make sure to tag everybody. Yeah. Whenever I'm saying something about anything, I tag them, I hashtag it, let them know. You know, I don't like your work and I think you're trash. Hashtag this.
I was in a car accident actually the day after VidCon. It was not. Thank you. Yeah, it wasn't my fault. I mean, if it was, whatever. But the person who hit me was driving a Hertz rental car, and so I had to like get in contact with the rental company, and I was on hold for like an hour. Like it was obscene, and so I was like, I'm freaking gonna tweet them. So I did, and I was like, "Dear at Hertz, your customer service is terrible. I'm in blah blah blah." And they're like, "Oh, can you please follow me so that we can DM?" And like I got it all taken care of over Twitter. It was really weird. I was happy at the end, but Twitter is powerful.
Yeah.
I love Twitter. Like I remember like I used to be like, Twitter, who would use that? That's so lame. Like, because like I remember you used to like, at least from my understanding of Twitter at the time, like you could only like do it from your phone, so you would like text like a number and it would like post it on your page.
I
like,
remember the days.
Like,
yes.
Yeah, like this is so like around and about. Like, why would I want to do this, right? But like now recently, I'm like, Twitter is great. Twitter's great. I mean, that's why. I mean, I'm pretty sure it's why I got on BuzzFeed. So hey, not gonna complain. But I'm also worried. Like, I'm really worried now because I do complain a lot on my Twitter. I'm so worried about like employers like looking at my page because I've been like good about separating my professional life and like my YouTube life like until very recently. Just because it's converging. It's gonna have to happen eventually. So now I'm like, I should probably complain less. I think actually I also installed like this application that will like delete your tweets after like 3 months. So any like backlogs. Because I'm paranoid. I'm so paranoid about like people like finding my YouTube channel. Like I was gonna say earlier, like the thought of my parents watching my YouTube channel like literally makes me want to die. Like I don't like like there's been people that in my real life, especially recently since I was in that BuzzFeed video, that have like sent me messages like, oh my gosh, I didn't even know that you had a YouTube channel and I'm like, please don't watch my videos. Like I know you in real life. This is weird. This is so awkward.
It's really weird when people in my offline life comment on my videos. It's just really awkward.
Yeah.
And
I dig it.
Yeah,
I mean, I think
you would, Paul.
Yeah, that's what I was thinking.
Yeah.
I mean, I don't interact with people very much off of the internet. Like when I have friends who do not do internet stuff, who aren't tweeters, who aren't YouTubers, and I will occasionally see them at like get-togethers that I go to, but not very much. So if they go to the effort of following one of the thousands of posts that I put on Facebook about my YouTube or Twitter, and actually comment on it, then that's nice. That's a way for me to be in touch with my friends outside of the very few times that I leave my hermit hole of an apartment.
I mean, I am just a shut-in. I am a complete hermit. So I feel like I just have issues with people speaking to me in general. So like when they're speaking about my internet stuff, it's like even worse. It's like, oh, you saw that? Like I literally like every time people say something, because it only happened a couple of times. Like I've only actually been recognized like a handful of times. Like there was one time this guy like recognized me, and he was like, "Are you that girl from YouTube?" And I was like, "No, that's not." And like he followed me. And he was like, "Are you, like I'm pretty sure that's you." I was like, "No, it's not me. Sorry, not me." I was just so polite about it, but I was just like, "Oh my gosh!" Like speaking
You're like,
about
I don't
YouTube.
use the internet. You can't be me. It's nope.
Yeah, I don't do that. Like that's weird. Like who would do that? Who would sit in front of a camera and like record themselves? That sounds so narcissistic. Like, oh my goodness.
I recently got a new job, and while we were in talks of like, okay, I might actually get this job, I kind of panicked and I Googled myself because I was like, what is going to come up? Is my Tumblr going to appear in Google results when they Google my name? And it didn't, thank goodness. My Twitter came up, but like none of my other social medias came up, and it was a sigh of relief. There's nothing super compromising on there. Like I try to stay safe for work mostly, but I did panic for a moment.
Yeah, like I routinely will Google myself because I'm that like obsessive about it. And all that comes up when you Google my like real name, like my legal name, is like my art and like smiling white women. So you know, it's pretty safe search. I feel like if anybody found like my like YouTube / Tumblr / Twitter / internet name, that's when we get into issues because people don't like my opinions in general. So it's just like I don't want to like not get a job because like people don't like me talking about white privilege. That would be be kind of sucky.
I was nervous about that for a hot minute back when I started doing YouTube stuff, but I realized very early on that while I talk about some potentially controversial things on YouTube, I'm always talking about it from the point of view of these are my opinions about these social issues that are important to me. Like, for example, intersectional feminism. Like, for example, fighting queer bashing. Like, for example, all sorts of similar issues. So if a potential employer in the future found those videos and didn't want to hire me, I'd be really damn glad that I did.
Yeah. That's kind of what I've had to come to. That's what I've had to come to too. It's like you don't like what I have to say about these things, and probably a good idea that I'm not working for you. Though I will say that like my spirit is very like survivor. Like that's how I've like been able to do so many things in my life. Is just not necessarily like show like anything that could potentially be bad about you. So like that's my like instinct is like even if I feel that way, I can't say it. But I don't know. That's like because of many aspects of me. So I don't know. But
I'm also
honestly, no, go on.
Okay.
Sorry.
I was just gonna say I'm actually also a little bit protected on YouTube because my everything on YouTube about me, aside from my Google required real name, everything else is labeled Paladin something, which is my internet username. But there is somebody on YouTube whose name is actually Paul Roth, and that is what they have for their account name and everything. And it seems to be some foolish teenager from I think Germany who does like weird prank videos like once every 2 or 3 months, named Paul Roth. Like he just
sounds terrible.
He just uploaded a video of like saran wrapping a toilet before his girlfriend went to pee. It is horrible.
Sounds terrible.
But it's not me. So if somebody goes looking for Paul Roth, they're gonna find someone who is not me at all.
Yeah. There's not that many people that have my real name, except for, like I said, smiling white women. So I'm very fortunate.
Nice. Good misdirect.
I am like I will say though that like ever since I started speaking to like Cheska Lee about the project we've been working on, I did have kind of like I finished it. I sent it to her today. And, like I'm so happy about it. Like because I've been dying about it. Like and I feel kind of free. That's why I'm here because like I couldn't rationalize it otherwise. But ever since then, I've really had kind of like this thing where it's like, you know what? Like, let's be real, Catherine. Like, people are going to find your page, like, period. Because before I started talking to her, I think I only had like 2,000 subscribers, like, not that much at all. Right? And so I was like, you know what? Let's clean this place up. right? Because I used to make a lot of like very like severe videos, like videos of me like when I was in college talking about dating, like and like saying everything, like holding nothing back, and like so it's like I needed to clean it up, and I'm kind of glad that happened because I do feel like at this point, like, do I say some things that are probably like people are gonna like look at it and be like, oh my gosh, it's very like out there, sure. But most of it I stand by, I stand by most of it, and I feel like, while it would make me feel a certain way if like my parents saw my videos today, I am at the point where I would be okay with it at the end of the day. I couldn't say that like maybe 2 years ago, but now it's like, okay, like my channel, it's like, I think I'm showing my best side, so yeah.
Well, your videos are great, so I agree with you there.
Yeah.
Oh, thank you.
I gotta go, guys, but it's been fun.
Oh,
thanks for having me.
Thanks for tuning in, Chelsea.
Bye, Chelsea.
Thank you.
Bye. Stay safe.
Bye.
It was nice to meet you.
Maybe I'll come back for the chat if I can make it in time.
Hooray! And Meg has come back to join us.
I want someone who's called Felicia to join the chat, just so that I can say bye, Felicia.
I was gonna say, I think me and Meg were both in a one-time video together, right?
Oh yeah, that's right.
Yeah, we were.
Was it being grown? Being grown up?
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah. How was that experience for you?
It was fun. I have to say, I was like paranoid about it the entire time because I'm doing so many things, so I didn't want to like forget that I was doing it, and I'm really bad. The hardest thing about it is I'm really bad at like being brief, as I'm sure people can tell by me being here. I'm really bad at being brief. So it was really hard for me to like make a like 90-second story. So I had to record it over and over and over and over and over again until it was eventually like copacetic.
Yeah.
So,
I
loved it. I loved
it. Experience that was like similar but a little bit different. Like I had a lot of stuff going on at the same time too, but that was a reason to like we were in the middle of moving, and so I was like, I just have to bang this out and then like pack my camera. So it was like a reason to not be hyper self-critical. I don't know. So it's so fun to try different things though.
Yeah, I really liked doing it because I haven't actually done very many collaboration videos. I'm kind of planning on doing some collaboration stuff for my channel, but I haven't done a lot of that, and that was like really like one of my first sort of situations where I did that, and I like the way that it came out. It was really, really cool. I like her channel. I think she needs more subscribers. Yeah. Like I love
her editing style is succinct and tight, and I respect her work.
I love her aesthetic. It's really, really great. Especially because she's combining people that are very diverse and different, and like tying in a narrative with all of them. I think it's amazing. So
yeah, Leslie is fantastic about that. She specifically will hunt out. She'll realize that she's missing a particular demographic from the people that she follows or the people that she wants to include, and she'll specifically say, "Hey, people who are following me right now, help me find this other group of people, this other demographic that I don't have in my arsenal." And that's so amazing. I really appreciate that she does that.
I was going to say, I'm pretty sure that I met her through you.
Oh, well, good. I'm glad because
I did too, actually.
Perfect.
All the connector.
You're like your own friend social network. I can't believe it.
Network.
Well, I mean, that's why I'm having a PaulTalks with all of my friends for my 2-year anniversary, because I could have made another video just me and posted it for my 2-year celebration, but that's not what I'm about. That's not what I'm about. I was also very happy. I got to Leslie had somebody back out of one of her one-time story episodes, and so she asked if I would just do like a fill-in, and so I did that, and so I've been on there. I was on there once for that. I don't remember what it was about. I remember what it was. Oh God, I remember what it was about. I can't remember what the prompt was, but my story was about how I was on cold medication and tired, and I was trying to have a discussion about sexism online on Twitter, and somebody who was like only half paying attention came into the conversation and said, "Hey, the way you're saying that sounds really sexist." And my response to them was, "I'm sorry that you thought I sounded sexist." And as soon as I said it, I should have known. That's a horrible way of saying that, Paul. That is not what you meant to say. Oh, it was bad.
So is there an improved way to say? What's the improved way now that you know that about yourself?
I would just say I'm sorry. I didn't mean to be sexist, but I see what you're saying. I'll be better.
Yeah.
That's it. Not. I'm sorry you felt that I was sexist.
Yeah.
I'm sorry I was
Perceptions
sexist.
that way. Yeah.
I'm sorry you caught feelings.
Yeah.
It's not my fault.
Oof. But yeah, so I really like her What Time Stories as well, and there's this a subsect of her videos that I specifically like, which is two sides of the same story. Those are really interesting. I want to see more.
I've seen one of those.
Yeah, there was one with the two gay men who lived together, and they were talking about like their third housemate, and they had actually pretty similar stories, but there were slight slants to them, which was interesting. And then Ariel Bissett did one with her brother, booktuber and her brother, where they talked about experience they had. Theirs was a bit more contrasting, and that was interesting as well. I like that. I like that
That's
idea.
cool. I like that.
When you have one where the stories are really similar, what's great about it is you can tell that they've told the story together so many times that there are particular phrases which you're like, you say exactly the same weird phrase because you've told it so many times to people already that you like, this is how you collectively remember it. That's really fun to watch.
Yeah, because it's never really 100% how it actually happened, but the narrative that you create is like, you know, way more interesting. Like, me and Beardy can talk like forever about our ex-roommate. I have so many stories about her. It's a mess, but you know, we should talk to her about that because that'd be a fun story to talk about. Well, not fun; it'd be terrible, but entertaining nonetheless.
Terrible stories can be entertaining.
I mean, yeah. I mean, I'm never gonna forget her ever.
I want to make sure that I am curating this discussion better and say, Ruby, is there anything that you'd like to talk about while you're here joining with us?
I don't know. Give me a topic. Why not?
What do you think about it? And let me know if there's something specifically that you'd like to talk about. But I'm also going to ask the same question to Emily Eaton. You've been on here nice and consistently this time around.
I know, it's a miracle. It's actually working.
It's working well. Is there anything that you'd like to talk about in this discussion?
I don't know.
Well, that is the assignment for Ruby and Emily is to come up with something that you want to talk about so we can pay more attention to you.
I may actually have to like go in a minute, but I might be able to come back in like half an hour.
I hope so, because I think at that point Katie Rose will be on the Katie Rose Project will be here.
Yeah, I may have to go now, and then I'll like hopefully come back in if I can.
That works.
Is that okay?
So you're gonna bow out, Emily?
Yeah. Thank
Okay.
you, though. It was really nice
I hope
to
you
meet
do make it back. Bye.
Bye.
Hey, Paul, as you're changing gears, can I ask you a question real quick?
Sure.
I was having, and I'm sorry to like derail with the AV question, but I was having some lag problems before, and I was wondering if you could hear me better now.
Yeah, you're fantastic now.
Okay, I switched to my husband's computer, and I thought that might help. So, okay, sorry. We can go back to talking about important topics and not, you know, how things are coming across.
That's funny because that's the same thing that Emily had to do. She had to switch to a different computer
really?
to finally get a good connection.
Yeah.
And we are joined by that Katie Project.
Hi, guys. I'm just figuring how to get the little bit down the bottom with, like, the thing on it. Oh, I found it now.
Excellent. What I've been doing, as you're setting that up, I'll tell you that as people are joining the chat for the first time, I'm asking them to tell us their names, about their channels, and where they are connecting from.
Oh, my God. Okay, well, I am... oh, is it showing now?
Yes, I can see it. At that Katie Rose.
Yeah, that's my Twitter handle. So I am joining you from Melbourne, Australia. That's why I'm a little bit late, because I woke up and it's like 8:30 a.m. right now. And what's my channel about? I guess I sort of had it hard to describe my channel, but a friend of mine sort of came up with something. She said topical vlogs. I think that's sort of an interesting one to go with.
Topical vlogs, yeah, that works.
Yeah. And my channel is that Katie Project, like Paul said. But yeah, that's my Twitter handle down here. Oh, we have Matt on as well. Hello.
Matt's coming back. Melly the Nerd Emily Hatfield and Emily Eaton have all been here before. Have all been here before you, and I'm going to notify all of them that you're back, that you're here, so that they can come back at some point, and we have an online squad meeting.
That'd be cool. That'd be cool.
The audio working? Yes, it is.
Yeah, Matt is back as well. Hello again, Matt.
Hello.
How do we see the Hangout comments while we're in the Hangout?
What we have to do is we have to open up a separate window and go to the publicly shared video link.
Right. That's cool. Yeah, because I was watching that for a little bit before I came on video.
I saw that. You said you were going to have breakfast and then join us.
Yes, I still didn't eat the rest of my breakfast. I just got it here. I'm not that hungry.
No. The other live event you did had like a question and answer app. Wasn't that something else? Like it gets voted up and the question goes.
Yeah. So my trial run, I didn't know what I was doing. My trial run, I tried to do something called I went to YouTube's upload section and I tried to upload an online Hangout, Google Hangout, and it didn't have the live interaction that I liked. So then my second time trying to do this, I got I Like Allison to help me out, and she knew what she was doing. And she taught me how to schedule actual YouTube live events, which have this better interactivity, I think.
Yeah, that's cool.
I like that Ruby is talking to just some German dude about being in purple. Dramatic lighting.
Yeah, I was gonna say your lighting is really cool.
Yeah, it's
I
like
mean,
a lot of lens.
if you want, I can change colors. I've got a whole array of things. So
you don't have the
guys can
same light
just
bulbs
pick
that
color.
Charlie. You don't have the same light bulbs that Charlie is so cool like, do you?
No, I don't. I have these things. So.
Oh, gels.
Oh, gels.
Yeah.
For example, I can. Oh god. It's blinding. I can go a bit orange for you there. I've got blue as well. There you go. Now I'm blue. Just, colour any colour, and I can probably go that colour.
I was actually seriously thinking about getting gels and like having like interesting lighting for my videos. So I was like, maybe that's not going to translate well in like actual video. I don't know. Be cool for pictures.
That dance recess tag.
What about the dance recess tag, Matt?
So great.
What is that?
Where Charlie put all the so Charlie's so cool. Like he did like a dance recess, and he had somebody tape balloons to a net and his ceiling. And when he was done dancing, he pulled in the background, and the balloons all just fell when he was. I did one. Paul, you did.
I did one too. I did one with clones.
Oh, that's right. Katie danced with her clones. That was brilliant, Katie.
Yeah.
No, that was fun. I just finished marathoning Orphan Black, so I was like, I really want to do a clone video. But then at the same time, like having videos where clones interact, it's so hard to film and like to get the timing just right. So the dancing clones worked well because they didn't actually interact with each other. They just took up a separate section of my room.
That was smart. I've tried to do the clone thing, and I mess it up a lot.
It's tricky. It's tricky. Especially like getting the timing of the interactions is really hard.
Yeah. I wonder how people do it. Like we see Waiter does it so like flawlessly.
So well.
And I'm just like, I want to do that. Like you have to be. I guess it's like it's partially an acting thing. It's also like a good editing thing.
Yeah. Well, it's 2 or 3 videos. I could have sworn that Wheezy Waiter actually had a twin brother or something and was faking.
I think what he might do is he might think of it before, and he has the conversation in his head, so he speaks it, and then he knows what the other clone does. He must be able to hear what the other clone says, and then respond to it, and then have it written down. I don't know how he does it. It's really cool.
That's the thing I struggle with is the timing of like the actual filming, the acting bit. But then it's like the editing is okay once you have all the clips, but it's just like.
It's great.
The timing of the filming is the hard part.
Yeah, and like a proper reaction, I think, is like really important too, because like if you don't react in like a natural way, you look silly. As silly as you can with like a clone in your room.
That's why he has all the aspects of clones that he does.
Yeah. The fact that he can act out like what is it, cool clone and sexy clone and all those other ones. That's
Nerd fighter clone.
That's some clever stuff. Kat, did you see the little phenomenon of dance recess videos that went around like half a year ago?
No, I'm so like not YouTube-y. Like I want to be YouTube-y. Like I want to be able to like know these YouTube things and be like, yeah, I'm super cool with YouTube and like do YouTube stuff, but
So-
I have no clue what that is.
I don't
Kat,
want to
young-
self-promote, but I did a YouTube alphabet video, so
Yeah.
maybe this could help.
Oh, you did like YouTube things that are alphabeticalized in a video.
Yeah.
Yeah, I really liked it. It looks like it's the first of a multi-part series.
Yeah, it's going to be a 3-part series,
Very cool.
and it could actually be a tag.
Cool.
Where's Slow Kid? I'm like looking for it right now.
I can send you a link on Twitter.
Okay.
You can put it in the chat too.
Yeah, I noticed you guys don't use the group chat at all.
You can paste links in there.
Yeah, through like my live chat, we're always having like a side conversation in the group chat.
I specifically avoid the group chat because I figure if I want to send something private, I'll probably do it via like a DM or something on Twitter.
Yeah.
And if it's something but a lot of times I want to share stuff textually that I would like people on Twitter to see and also get in on. So like if Francie were to share the video link for her alphabet on Twitter, not only would Kat Black see it, but also so that all the people who are following the two of them would see it.
Yeah.
That's smart. That's smart. I guess.
And then more
sometimes,
people if one of you retweeted it.
Yeah. I need to retweet people's videos more. I need to be more supportive.
See, I always get super self-conscious because I get a lot of people's tweets sent to my phone. So it's just an automatic, like, on the front of my iPhone to just, like, swipe right and automatically retweet it. And so I'm always nervous that, like, people just posted that tweet and they're like, okay, she definitely just, like, automatically retweeted them or something.
I have somebody who follows me, and I kid you not, they will retweet, like, every single thing I post. Every single thing. Like, I can make a status about, oh my gosh, I found gunk in my ear, and they would, like, reblock it. Like,
is it a problem, or is it okay?
I like it because I know that they're a real person, and I know that they, like, really like what I do, and I'm, like, very appreciative of it. But, like, last night, I was going to bed, and I had my phone next to my bed, and like for a good 5 minutes, it was that Twitter sound. I don't want to like mute her or like I don't know what I could do to like get it to stop because I know that she's a real person and we've interacted with each other before. But sometimes I'm just like, okay, I get it. Like, I get it. You appreciate me. I get that you approve. I appreciate that you approve. But less of that, please.
I'd much prefer reply than I know favorites and retweets are nice too when it's a general thing, but it's nice to get replies.
Yeah.
Like comments instead of.
I mean, I take my rule of thumb of lifting people's voices who are otherwise not heard into account. So, if, for example, if I were responding to Ellen, who was here previously, she has many followers and many subscribers. She doesn't need my help raising her voice. So I would probably actually just reply to her rather than retweeting out whatever she had posted. But like if Ruby were to post something and I wanted to share that with people, I would retweet Ruby. So that she gets lifted up and she get more people subscribe to her and see her name.
Is that a real phone?
Oh no, that was my alarm on my phone.
I
because of the fact I set an alarm for like 8:45 because I was originally going to join at 9, but then I ended up waking up at 7:30 for some reason, even though I didn't go to bed until like 2. So yeah.
Oh.
Yep. I don't know why, but apparently my body didn't want me to sleep in this Sunday, so I'm here. I'm here with my Ryan Gosling. Yes. Ryan Gosling chat.
Nice. I didn't even notice that until you pointed that out, that your shirt is covered in Ryan Gosling's. That is amazing.
I am wearing the Ryan Gosling shirt. I decided it was the occasion to bring it out again.
Appropriate.
In the chat alongside, we've had people talking about other people who do clones.
Yeah.
Like Mika Kitty apparently has done clones in the past.
Oh yeah.
Becky Zero apparently has done clones in the past. I also like Becky Zero's videos a lot.
Yeah. Oh my God, I love her.
She's great through her struggles, and even when she's not as struggling, and she's a little beacon on YouTube.
My life changed when I found that she made videos about Trick, because like it must have been 2011 or something, and I hadn't been diagnosed with it yet, and I was like, whoa, this person is dealing with something that I did not know that I had. So yeah, I enjoy her a lot.
That's trichotillomania for the people who aren't familiar. It is a pulling of hair as a compulsion.
Elma Phi from the How to Adult channel.
Oh yeah.
I miss Elma Phi's old videos. She doesn't do her own vlog anymore, does she?
Not really.
I think so.
I haven't seen her post in a really long time.
She posted there's an upload on her channel. She posted 4 days ago.
What?
She did.
The video before that was 2 months ago. So maybe she's starting up. Maybe she's starting up something. It says first and then cover reveal. That's the title. So she just posted something 4 days ago.
Cool.
I do occasionally miss people's uploads. I'm sorry, I do.
Okay.
It happens.
It happens, and the sub box is flawed, and also, like, when you subscribe to like a certain amount of people, it's really hard to keep up with everybody. Like, I pretty much have to go onto YouTube daily just to add videos to my watch later, even if I'm not actually having time to watch videos that day, just to make sure that I have them on a playlist and I'm going to watch them.
Yeah.
That's smart. Smart. Actually, Katie, when you logged in, I forgot to ask if you have a series of Do you have a top 5 YouTubers that you are watching right now?
Oh. Can you come back to me in like 5 minutes? My brain's,
sure.
My brain's
Everybody has to
still
think about
out.
it for a little bit.
I forgot
my brain-
to mention one of my favorite YouTubers.
Who's that, Francie?
It's Stu Dippin, Ricky Anderson.
Oh
And
yeah, Stu Dippin, he's fun.
Yeah, and I did a collab with him. It was amazing because he was always one of my favorite YouTubers. And then I sent him a script, and he liked it, and then we recorded 2 videos.
That is really cool.
That's amazing.
I obviously missed that, so I'm going to go and hunt those down. Stu Dippin, I met him because he was on the Less Than Famous panel at last year's VidCon. And he was such a really nice guy that I subscribed to him after that, pretty much just because of that.
Yeah, he's really cool.
Who of us have done the Less Than Famous panel audition videos? I have.
I have.
I literally just found out about it like the day that it was due. I was like, oh well, so much for that.
Careful, baby.
I think I'm hearing something happening in your channel there, Meg.
Oh, sorry.
I think it was maybe your spouse and Lily.
Yeah, sorry, I thought it was feedback. Yeah, I had it on mute so that you wouldn't hear them, and then I didn't realize the mute was off. So they're actually right behind me, playing on the floor.
I see them now.
Yeah.
For a second, I thought you were referring to your child as it, and I was like, wait a second, you can put kids on mute? Parents would love that.
You know how many more children would be in this world if that was
Children have a reset and an off button. Go to sleep.
Oh my god.
In the chats, they say that Elma Phi might be working on a book right now, which is why we have not been seeing videos from her. That would make sense.
Fran is so on top of this right now.
Yeah, I hope that Fran will join in if she's feeling up to it. I know that she was feeling sickly earlier today, but I think she may be recovering. So we'll see if that happens. Somebody's
interfering.
Haven't heard that sound in a while.
Yeah.
It reminds me of like when I used to like get text messages when I was like listening to music, so like it would be the sound of the text message coming through, and it would get the speakers.
I just get so excited when I hear like the little sound, like
like that.
It actually kind of reminds me of like the dial-up tone almost. Like you kind of have that like that sound that gives you kind of anticipation.
Yeah.
Like ooh, I'm
Oh,
connected to the
God.
internet. Oh my goodness, this is so exciting.
You've got me.
I remember when I still had dial-up internet and I watched a YouTube video for the first time. It took like half an hour to load, like a 3-minute video.
Oh yeah, I was definitely uploading videos on dial-up. I'm pretty sure at some point.
Oh my gosh.
Wow.
I was on YouTube. I've been on YouTube since 2005 because I just have always loved to make videos of myself. So you know, it's consistent.
I'm really happy that I didn't know about YouTube when I was super young because I always made videos as a kid, and so like I can go back and watch them from like 7 to like 11, and I'm really glad that they never ended up on the internet.
I really wish that somebody would have told me like, don't record yourself and put it online. Because so what happened is like I had a YouTube channel like my last 2 years of high school, and I really thought like that no one at school watched my channel, but I was also popular, which is always really kind of weird because I was like, you know, I was a theater kid, no big deal, you know. But everybody knew my name, and I never understood how or why. And I didn't find out until like the day of graduation that literally everybody at school watched my YouTube channel. And like 15-year-old me was very like holier than thou, like everybody is a sinner. I don't like what anybody's doing, so let's talk about it on YouTube. Let's like publicly discuss these issues I'm having with like people in my life on YouTube. You know, so a lot of people heard some things about themselves. So yeah, that was really messy. That's what my YouTube channel was. My YouTube channel was literally like, okay, let's talk about my life. And like, so when I went to college, I was so sheltered. I was so like so straight edge. And so like my first couple of videos when I first got to college were like, oh my goodness, like, and this is before I was like a feminist. I would like make videos about, oh my goodness, all these girls are like drinking and they're all so slutty and like they're smoking weed and like this was, and these are like people that I knew that were my friends. I would make these videos and I didn't know that people were watching them, and then like, you know, I found out that people were watching them and like were very upset with me. Were very, very upset with me. So
and it only takes one person too, right? If one person finds out, it just spreads.
Yeah, and I was 17 my first year of college, just to put this into perspective. So like I didn't really know what I was doing. I thought I was just, oh, you know, whatever, you know. And I'm sure there's people to this day that still remember those videos. It's so embarrassing. Like, somebody should have taken my computer away from me. You know, when they tell kids to always have, like, your computer in, like, a public area, like, that's so real. Like, when I have kids, you're never having a computer in your room. You're not getting a webcam. You're not having any of that. You're, you know, maybe when you're 18, but not now, which sounds really controlling, but I really wish that somebody would have been like, no, don't record that video. Don't do that. So it is fun to watch back. Like I still have like most of my videos from when I was 17, like privated on my channel. It's so weird. I remember thinking I was just so intelligent and like just smart and like mature. I was one of the people that was like, oh my gosh, I'm so mature for my age. I'm so mature, like, oh my goodness. And I watch my videos back, I'm like, wow, like, you're literally a child. Like, it's not even exaggeration, so.
Oh, man.
Yeah. Only a handful of people know my old channel. I started when I was 15, and I uploaded musical covers and Disney covers, and I didn't show my face, so that's good.
Oh, that's smart. Did you do that on purpose or just...
That is smart. You can still find my, like, oh my goodness, you can still find, like, my video that I made when I was, like, 16, and it was a video, I have this, like, comedy character that I did, and like, she was an artist, and she was, like, really dark, and she was emo, and, like, it was a video about how I, like, got so mad at my boyfriend that I castrated him. And it was just, like, and I had, like, a hot dog in a bag, and I was like, this is it. And it got, like, so
that is dark.
That's really dark.
Wow.
And I thought it was like the funniest thing when I did it. And I had like my grandma's wig on. It was great. But like it got like a lot of views, and it like I still don't know how to log into that and like get rid of it. Yeah. But it's kind of funny to look back because I also had like my list was like a million times more present, and I looked very different. And it's just funny. I wish someone would have told me not to do that. But you know, it is what it is.
Yeah. The first big DVD that I have is in 2005. We did like I think we went to Florida to fish for bass, and we had like the most amazing time in Florida. And then we're like, let's just record a whole year of fishing and see what happens. But I'm in the whole DVD. I'm like 10. It's just I'm 10 years old, like bald with like the big sunglasses for seeing no reflection on the water, and it's really funny.
My parents gave me a camera when we went to the DC trip, and like I guess it was like high school or middle school. I don't even remember at this point. It was so long ago. But like all of the footage was literally of me like taking selfies and like taking pictures of myself like in the mirror. Like I didn't take any pictures of like the buildings or like the beautiful things that we saw. Like just selfies. It was kind of embarrassing. I wish I had actually taken pictures because it was a beautiful trip. But, you know,
I got a video camera for my 16th birthday, and because I was doing a media studies class in high school, and I would make videos with my friends, but like it wasn't. I never edited or anything. Like it was literally like I would film and just like it would have like an hour worth of footage for like from our adventures out in the city, and then I'd just like burn it to a CD and give it to my friends. We'd watch it together. Like would watch back what we did. It was sort of like a daily vlog, but like ridiculously long and unedited. And like it never would have edited anything. It was just for us.
Like a daily one take.
Yeah, it was a daily one take pretty much.
I wish I did that.
I have no idea where they are though, because that was before I had my own computer. So those files would have been on my parents' computer, and they've changed computers since then, so it's probably long gone. But like we had inside jokes that were within the videos, and like one I distinctly remember is like we're sitting down in the train station, and there was like as loitering teenagers do, and there was this bunch of pigeons, and I go to exclaim and I say penguin. I called a pigeon a penguin. And then that just became an inside joke. Was it like pigeons or penguins or something? I don't even know.
That's so cute.
And then I ended up selling that video camera. I remember the first vlog thing I ever did was I made it for people on. I made it to post on Tumblr, and I found it when I was going through my old channel and going through and privating videos, and I found it, and I'm just like, oh my fucking god, because I'm like 16 in this, and it's like so bad.
It's funny because like I think the thing I love about YouTube, at least like doing YouTube the way that I've done it, is like how you feel about yourself in that moment is so different from what it actually is. Like when I actually watched my videos when I was 16, videos when I was 17, like I remember how I felt in those moments. Like I felt like I was just so cool, like just so smart. I had like my mohawk. I thought I was just so badass.
Ooh,
and then like I watch back and it's like, what was wrong with you? Why?
Well, I think we gain a lot of self-awareness over time about how we see ourselves. That's really it.
Yeah, you have to, because you're literally recording yourself at a place of time, and like, you know, I kind of like. I mean, I hate it, but I also like it. I feel like being on YouTube and being like a presence and having so many people like watching me is made me way more aware of like the actions that I take and how I speak about things. Like there's a lot of things that I'm becoming aware of because I'm on YouTube that I would not have thought of if I was not a creator. You know, like specifically when I started having conversations with Ricky about, you know, hard of hearing videos. Like that's something I would have never thought of. You know, like I understood that it was there, but I never would have felt like that was my responsibility as a YouTuber to provide those things, you know? So, you know, I think it makes you more accountable, and I kind of like that.
I like that as well, and it kind of harkens back to, I think I said earlier about how the world improves the more kinds of people you meet and know are out there. If we hadn't met the kind of person that Ricky is, if we hadn't met Ricky, a hard-of-hearing person who's concerned about this, we wouldn't know that this is an issue that we need to do something about.
Yeah, absolutely. And there's so many people that just wouldn't bring that up because it's like it's not part of their, existence.
Yeah, and it's not even like necessarily a malicious thing. It's just unawareness.
Yeah, exactly.
Her experience brings light to that issue because she experiences it. So she comes to people and says, "Hey, you may not know people are experiencing this. Let's improve that."
Yeah.
But I also like that she takes no shit. Like, she's not the kind of person like, oh guys, if you could just like maybe do this. She's like, guys, this is a basic requirement. Now you've watched this video, get your shit together. Like, which I love.
I love that too.